Here's a quick roundup of the most memorable moments in the history of the State of the Union Address, and also a few we might wish to forget. The first president to deliver such a speech in front of Congress was George Washington in 1790. He called it the Annual Message and kept it short and sweet, setting a still undefeated conciseness record of 1,089 words. Technically, the wordiest, at 33,667 words, was from Jimmy Carter in 1981, but this was a written message, submitted days before Ronald Reagan took over. Bill Clinton is the current record holder for the longest spoken one, clocking up 1 hour, 28 minutes and 49 seconds in January 2000, and perhaps should have featured an interval and a selection of snacks. It's Joe Biden who swooped in and stole another of Clinton's records, the biggest word count, with a 9,216 word State of the Union in 2023. Of course, specific quotes have made history too, some infamously. In his 2002 State of the Union address, George W. Bush denounced the
axis of evil,
listing Iraq among the countries hiding weapons of mass destruction, which wasn't true. 4 years later, he would get 52 seconds of applause after honouring Staff Sergeant Daniel Clay, who had died while serving in Iraq. Similarly, during his speech, Richard Nixon said that
1 year of Watergate is enough.
And 7 months later,
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Clinton's speech from 1996 is often remembered because he famously declared that
the era of big government is over.
Images can speak louder than words though, and the State of the Union address, which has been televised since 1947 with Harry Truman, often regales us with iconic theatrical moments. Nancy Pelosi ripping up Trump's speech after he was done. Joe Biden pointing at a senator while President Barack Obama was speaking. And the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg catching 40 winks in 2015. I was not 100% sober, she later explained. It's important to remember that this annual speech can change history and people's lives. In 1848, President James Polk confirmed the rumours that there was gold in California, and thus launched a mass migration to the West, reshaping the country forever. And some speeches are timeless in their prose. Take this quote from Lincoln, for instance.
The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew.
Still works.
Madam Speaker, the President of the United States.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. I am delighted to be with you as always. I'm Rick Wilson. And first, let me lead out before we say anything else tonight about the moments of complete batshittery and chaos we're about to witness. A lot of folks don't want to watch this. A lot of folks are exhausted. They're depressed. They are feeling like this is just going to be one more liapalooza from Donald Trump. And you know what? They're right. It will be. However, since our job at the Lincoln Project is to knock Donald Trump and his allies and his movement in the head every single day as hard as we can, we have to watch it. It's our job. And one of the things about having this job is after 5 years of doing this, if almost 6 of doing this, if you don't have a sense of humor about it, it will kill you. If you don't have an ability to say, dear God, what the hell did he just came out of his lie hole? It will kill you. So we want folks to have some perspective on this. I'm going to do as best I can, and with some folks going to pop in and out tonight to visit with us and talk about what's happening, give us some perspective. But a lot of this is going to be on-the-fly analysis of the insanity. I want to give you guys talking points. I want to give you guys some stuff to take out of this with you, to share with your MAGA friends and to share with your family members. And I'm not doing it because I want you to convince them of anything. I'm doing it because we're in the position now where the political wind is at our backs, folks. We're winning. Donald Trump is losing. His world is chaos. His policies have failed. His polling sucks. The Republican Party is ass deep in alligators, and they don't know what to do. and we're going to have a fun night tonight. There will be a drinking game this evening. The word is corrupt. That is the word corrupt. Oh, crooked. Excuse me. I wrote corrupt on my thing. The secret word is crooked. It's been a long day. Secret word is crooked. Now, I just want to give a quick set of disclaimers for this, since our lawyer will be on the show later. If you are under the legal drinking age in your state, please do not play this game. If you are over the legal drinking age in your state, please play this game with moderation, because he could say the word crooked something like 27 times by the time the night is over, and I don't want to be responsible for anybody having liver failure because of Donald Trump's State of the Union speech. I rigged the game. All right. Listen, I want to bring Aaron Rupar into the chat really quickly. You all know Aaron. He's one of the guys who is on the cutting edge of grabbing what's happening in the news every single minute of the day. I don't know how you do it, man. You don't even seem to sleep. I mean, you are a 24/7 news machine. We love having you on. Thanks for joining us tonight, Aaron. How you been?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rick. It's good to see you. I've been good. It's been a busy day. Took a couple hours off, and now I'm bracing for this speech. And as we were talking in the back before we went live, I think it's going to be a shorter speech than people think. I think that some of these leaks were probably trying to work some of the prediction markets, is my suspicion. So hopefully people who are bracing for like a 2 to 3 hour evening, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, because even Trump's most crazy rally speeches usually are like, 80 minutes tops. So I'm hard pressed to see him going longer than that.
I think the other reason why you may be correct on this, although I will tell you folks in the LP betting pool, I took the over, and thought it might be closer to 3 hours. But I do think you're right, in part because he can't stick to the prompter, and he'll go off in these tangents, and he'll eventually run out of gas. I don't care how much Adderall they jack him up on tonight. He will eventually run out of gas. But I wanted to ask you, like, in the visual side, are you expecting to see the Republicans with the same fanaticism they usually have? Because I got to tell you, there's a dozen of them there. I hope they're there clapping so I can use it in ads against them in the fall. But I feel like there's been a sort of schism in the party lately. Mike Johnson doesn't have the confidence of his own caucus. I feel like a little bit of the roar of the crowd has disappeared a little bit for Trump, even with his own people.
Yeah, and I mean, the polling that's been out the last week or so has been really grim, with Trump's approval down in the 30s and the disapproval 60 plus. So that is kind of the backdrop for this. Now, I think that most Republicans who are still at least publicly, pretending to be on the Trump train, I think they're going to get up and clap like seals and probably holler and hoot. And so I'm not really expecting to see kind of a demoralized group of Republicans there tonight, but I am kind of curious because, I think a lot of people who aren't as plugged into politics as yourself or myself maybe don't see Trump that often. Maybe they get it filtered through clips or news accounts. And so if he is as unhinged as he has typically been, I mean, he had an angel family event yesterday that was completely off the rails, where he couldn't coherently express a thought.
Right.
And I do wonder if that'll even kind of further erode his support. Now, these State of the Unions, typically they get a lot of hype and then they kind of happen and then, they sort of fade away. I mean, remember 2 years ago, everybody thought Biden rescued his presidency with the strong State of the Union. And that lasted about, 2 weeks before, I guess the debate was a couple months later. But so, I don't know if they're that significant in the grand scheme of things. But, that is one thing that I'm curious about, is if people get a good look at Trump tonight, and if he performs like he has been lately, if that could actually hurt him.
Yeah, I think some of the discursiveness and the dementia and the wandering and the lack of energy in his speaking and the slurring, I think if that happens tonight, you could end up with that Biden debate vibe in the worst case scenario. Well, we're going to keep an eye on it here. They're about to start the festivities. So, Aaron, I wanted to thank you for coming on today. I know you've got a lot cooking, and I appreciate you as always, my friend. You're always a guy with your eye on everything. I really,
Rick,
really
I enjoy your work a lot. Any podcast I hear you on, I listen to, because you're very entertaining, and it's always an honor to join you. So hopefully we can do it again down the line.
Absolutely, very soon. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's bring in Ryan Wiggins, our LP chief of staff.
Hello.
And we got are we having any volume yet?
They're going to start bringing in
cabinet,
here come the cabinet.
all that. Yep.
And as the cabinet comes in, I'll see if I can pick a scandal for each one of the cabinet members as they walk in.
The acting dean of the diplomatic corps.
What is that tie? Did you just see that tie?
I saw that tie. I'm not really clear on that tie, but that was something.
Here it is again.
It's Donald Trump's picture.
It's his face. Men wearing another man's face on their body is just creepy to me. I don't know.
There's definitely no weird homoerotic thing. But
no.
All these MAGA men. Nothing at
all.
Just
never,
own it. Ever.
It's 2026. Just own your life.
Right.
And we are live. The speech and the president should be entering in about 8-10 minutes or so.
Oh, 8 to 10 minutes. Shit, I thought we had more time.
By the way,
or less time.
Coyote.
Look, there's Mike Johnson. What's that sound?
He's been in office since 1997.
Is it sucking? Is it licking? It's hard to tell.
Ambassador in Washington. It's an honorary title. But then many ambassadors will attend this.
I don't know.
In just a
There's
minute,
some empty seats. Lots of empty seats.
They are next up. So this should be interesting to see
which
of the 9 come in.
I'm folks. One of the things we were talking about this earlier, Ryan. I've really got my eye tonight on
Justice Kavanaugh, President Trump
on
really sung his praises.
The people that are on our Lincoln Project 26 and 26 list, these vulnerable Republicans who are out there,
so
who are going to be out there tonight having to clap like trained seals.
Oh yeah, you want a Marjorie Taylor Greene moment. You want the moment with Lauren Boebert. You want to be able to use that in the fall against these.
And you want these guys to the ones like who pretend who are going to go home and pretend they're not Trumpers to be standing up like when he talks about invading Green Man.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And
it's going to be fantastic.
Not in the president's good graces right now. I think they'll still want to sit there and listen to what
there's Klobuchar.
He has to say. And I think to your point, if this is Justice Alito's last State of the Union, I think he'd want to be there as well. Although, like we talked about, he sometimes
can only hope it is Alito's last State of the Union.
Yeah, I would like him to wait just a little longer.
Yes, maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who came.
You know, all the rituals around this, folks, that are very, this moment of bipartisanship that's supposedly there because the president leads, like most things in this crapulous decade, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I was going to say the Democrats are not here. The Democratic
Gorsuch is not. No, yes, he is. Never mind. Wait, is he? No. Hold on.
I don't.
I saw Roberts. I saw Barrett.
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
I didn't see Thomas.
No, I didn't see Thomas. I didn't see Alito either. But
I didn't see Alito. I didn't see the liberal justices.
And Melissa Schultz, 2 reporters who have been with us all night. So. We had a little fun game there watching the Supreme Court come in.
Oh, one of them.
4 members came in, Alex.
That's right. As we predicted, Kavanaugh is there. We know the president is very happy with him on that tariff ruling, that he sided with him. But Coney Barrett on the other side, the president is not so happy with, yet she wanted to be there. Of course, he appointed her in his first term. So I think she's curious what he has.
She's on the list now, though.
Yeah, she is.
That's to say, but only 4 of them in there tonight.
Well.
Marissa Schultz.
I think that is loud.
That is loud.
Bronner noted that John Fetterman, Dean of Pennsylvania, is wearing a suit tonight.
That's not a majority in our chat.
Well, I think you have to wear a suit and tie, or at least he had a full suit on, but you have to wear.
Well, I will say this, guys. That is a real interesting sign.
Known for his casual dress,
and
hoodies, shorts,
and
why Thomas and Alito? Because Thomas tends to go.
Yeah.
All right. So we've had the diplomatic corps. We've had.
And he's beloved.
Supreme Court.
Maybe there's a part of them that has some vestigial embarrassment that they don't want Trump to say.
Now,
Thomas and Alito, you're good boys.
East Coast, 8:57. The speech is.
Maybe he's sick. One can hope.
We're kind of on time here, but we do have some more to come in.
But
I never
would
wish
say
illness on
within 5
anybody,
minutes
but
of 9 o'clock.
I know.
You know,
somebody
you
comes to the
didn't.
door,
but wild
Mr.
pig
Pre-
attacks are
Mr.
another thing.
Speaker, the President of the United States. Let's see if we can hear Mr. Kavanaugh.
You're going to hear me typing occasionally, folks. We got a lot of stuff going on here, and I've got my book writing keyboard out, which is a little bit clickety clackety. I like it with some.
And there's Mrs. Vance.
Lady Vance.
And she's
I thought they should have set Usha next to Erica Kirk.
That would have been
That would have been
amazing.
fun.
He's there.
Well, I mean, I already think it's going to be a WWE here. I mean, we've got the Olympic team, and we've got the Olympic hockey team. We've got Erica Kirk, and then we've also got the Epstein victims. Like, it's going to get wild tonight.
Justice who was appointed by a Democratic president, I believe.
And the only Democratic justice in justice in the chamber tonight.
Oh, we've got.
There's President Trump.
Look how sad they both
There's
look.
President Trump and President Trump.
Yeah, that's Donald Trump.
They both
Those
look
people
like
are
they're
the most.
miserable.
I don't know what it is in the DNA of the Trump family, but they are the most dead-eyed people you've ever met. It's like looking at fish laying in a market, like staring at you. They were alive recently, but they're just like,
Oh God, here he comes. No, her.
And with some of the guests that she.
You know, Renee made a really good point about that pantsuit ahead of this.
Yep.
Melania's not trying at all tonight.
Oh no. No, she's not doing the Melania Dami mommy look that she.
No.
Like no hat, no gloves, no. Well, I haven't seen the shoes,
You can
but
see how Barron Trump just cowers over it.
Just an interesting look. The suit.
you know what? We've never heard about it, but there's good money
We'll
on
see if he
Barron
gets a
Trump
shout
having
out
killed
to the
animals when he was a
president.
teenager.
Well, yeah.
He has been.
Look at
Set
very
fires.
active, especially during his social media advice during the campaign. We hear a lot of him talking about
Mr.
Barron.
Speaker.
I could pitch a show about a
President
serial killer who's
Here
the
we go.
president's son.
Now maybe we can glean
Figure out
who
who's
the designated survivor
Oh, it's little
is.
Marco.
Little Marco.
Rubio, Andy Bissett.
He's
A fabulous-
freaking out because he might have to deliver the speech.
Okay, you're going to mark the list? Okay.
Okay.
We'll let you
Marco
mark
Rubio, I'm
mark.
naming him tonight as Speaker of the House and also Senate Majority Leader.
I think I see
And
Bondi.
Pam
Also,
Bondi.
he'll be in charge of the cleanup
But
crew
those are the
after.
big ones. Not having them in the room would be very.
Yeah,
Oh, there's the
four
soulless
RFK
ghoul harpy
Jr.,
hell
Secretary Turner.
Secretary
Oh, there's
Turner.
Lord
There's the
Turner,
serial
Travis
killer
Ramirez.
RFK Jr.
Yeah, a little bit of controversy. I
That's
see
right.
There's
they
Sec
dropped
Drunk
the
Pete
charges, though,
Hegseth
against
coming
her.
in hot.
If you're interested,
Lit
you
up.
go to Politico and type in labor secretary.
tell
you
Pete
can read the
Hegseth
story.
Is
There
a
were some
guy
charges filed
who will
against her
never
husband,
shake the demon.
sexual harassment.
He will never shake that
charges,
drinking.
But they have been dropped.
I've known enough
There's,
guys. Oh, and
Linda
there's Christy
McMahon,
Nome.
There's
Corey
Secretary Nome,
Lewandowski's
DHS.
meat puppet.
So, Susie Wiles.
Susie
that's
Wiles,
chief of
her eyes
staff
darting
behind
back and forth
Secretary Nome.
in fear,
But Susie
shame,
Wiles-
guilt.
Oh my God!
Paranoia.
Look how it was so
That's
much. She had like.
Look at her. She looked like she was like.
Always a really interesting story there. There's Lee
She's
Zeldin.
into whatever Trump's into tonight to get him through that 3-hour speech.
Right? Here, Donald.
I was gonna say, Don Jr. had a party in the White House tonight.
Zeldin, dipshit. Vought, Project
Ugh.
2025. And there's the Russian spy, Tulsi Gabbard. And by the way,
still can't believe we confirmed her.
the minute Europe and Ukraine cut off American intelligence, cut off intelligence to America about Russia, their attacks became vastly less effective. The minute you took Gabbard out of the loop, Russia wasn't getting the feed right out of Russia.
That's right.
Immediately.
That's right.
And by the way, I just want to say, I try not to say that I hate people, but if Robert F. Kennedy were laying in the jungle dying of Ebola and I had the cure, I would sit there and laugh and watch him rot and die, because he's killing American kids right now because of his goddamn shit with measles, and they don't want to have polio vaccinations for kids anymore, which is just an astounding and horrifying and grotesque abuse of power.
Well, and I was reading an article just this week about that, Rick, and it was talking about how we have not had polio in this world in so long because it was eradicated that they don't know how to treat it. In a modern era, there's no one alive who has
there's no one alive.
to treat this.
Look, there's that little fucking gremlin Howard Lutnick.
Pedophile.
Yeah, pedophile. He's in the Epstein. Howard Lutnick, folks, as you may have recalled, unless you've been living in a hole. said, I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein. No, I avoided him. We hated him, except that he went on with his family, with his young kids, to a vacation on Epstein's Island and was in business with Epstein, and they were next door neighbors. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more.
Taking your daughters anywhere near Epstein, anywhere near Trump, anywhere near this administration or any of their people, ever in the history of having children, should be like a requirement to have your children taken away from you at what age.
And then have yourself sent to a re-education camp.
Yes.
I'm gonna get yelled at by the anti-vaxxers. They hate it when I say re-education camps because that's where they belong. Yeah. So, hey, by the way, folks, while we're rolling in the last of the losers of the cabinet, do hook up in the chat. Post your questions in the chat. We will get to them during the course of the night because we are going to have a lot of questions, I am sure.
And he's going to be repeating himself all night, Rick. So it's not like we're going to miss anything in the speech.
And by the way, if you guys have questions, put them in the chat. If you spot trolls, we will be flushing the trolls out of the chat tonight because I have a zero fucking tolerance policy for the trolls. I'm done. I'm not here to play the game. I'm not here to have you suck up our time and bandwidth for the people that we care about, that we want to talk to and hang out with, which is the rest of you guys.
Yep. Let's turn the sound back on, Whitney, because he's about to come in.
Yeah.
Possibly
There
for
we go.
the
I think
VA
we got
secretary.
it. I think we got it.
Maybe he enjoyed his time so much, his alone time. I'm always curious what they are doing when they just hang out, watch the speech.
Now, is Doug Collins running for Senate?
Oh, look, they let Tiffany come. How sweet.
Wow, they let Tiffany out of the cryo chamber.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's it. We did before.
Yeah. I was reading that he didn't want her around because of her weight.
Mr. Ossoff.
Yeah, he
which is quite amazing as a dad.
He used to always mock her for being a fat girl.
There's a three-way primary that's pretty tight. In
Trump
Georgia.
hates
Carter,
anybody who's
Congress,
overweight,
Collins,
which is an irony because Donald Trump weighs 300 fucking pounds.
Who is
Tiffany's the punch the
Stephen
monkey
Miller
of
used a rafter
the
or a
family.
belfry to sleep from. Well, technically, a belfry is his preferred domicile, but belfries are typically more exposed to the sun. You don't want to get caught out in the early mornings. The rafters are really his number one.
Obviously, it's speculation over who will be the first, but yeah, we're now in February and everyone's intact.
And I do not see.
Yeah, I thought Tiffany was like the Rose Kennedy of the Trump family.
No, she's punched the monkey of the Trump family. Like everyone kind of feels sorry for her. She clings to like Stuffy because her daddy never
in this family, we are pro Paunchy.
I was going to go there. I told Jonathan on Saturday, I was like, babe, book a ticket. We're going to get that.
Bring Renee
in. We got to talk about the monkey.
Well, everybody, this is my wife, Renee. Hi. She's in the other room.
Hi, Renee.
She's got her own children.
I am here for, if you want to go get the monkey, I'm in. Or
no, Renee.
That's my entire presidential platform.
We're expecting
no, Jonathan and I told him the other day, I was like, I need you, I'm going to go inside for a second, and I need you to Google punch the monkey. And he goes, why the hell would I look up punching a monkey? I was like, I just need you to look at it. And I came back outside. He goes, okay, so when are we going to Japan? I was like, right, like we have to go save this baby.
If by the way, I will put $1,000 into I will put $1,000 in the charity of your choice if Donald Trump tonight says, I've been watching the monkey in Japan. Great. I will make that monkey great again by bringing him here to my White House. He will live in the ballroom. I will have other monkeys that will be his friends, and I will let Eric play with the monkey. Except the last time Eric had a pet, it died.
Baron got a hold of it.
Yeah, somebody asked me if Bondi was there, and yes, Bondi is there.
Bondi is there.
I saw her.
I saw the fire. All right, here we go.
The United States.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a draft in there. Did he get
it's
a
just not
strawberry
the same.
rinse?
He got a
on
strawberry
his hair?
rinse. It's sort of violet color, I think. Almost.
It is.
It's like a strawberry color.
I believe my great aunt Thelma, around the age of 92, had that same consistency and color in her rinse.
Usually they have put bluing in there, makes it whiter, lighter.
But look at right up here. Right there.
Yeah, no, I see it. I know I'm seeing what you're putting down, Renee.
They've blended his foundation line in tonight.
Well, that's
only in front. On the side, you can still see. Not so much.
Lord.
You know, it's just not the same without the howling monkeys here this year.
You know? Oh, his hand is going to be so bruised. Mario. Oh, my Lord.
Surprised he's not fist bumping.
What? Seriously, though, what color is his hair tonight?
It's like purple. You know what it looks like? It looks like they bleached it, and it chafed his head, like it burned his head. There's also
a very terrible flyaway there on the right-hand side.
Several of them.
I'm here for. You know what?
Gossamer
I gotta
hair.
tell you something. I am a traditionalist. I am sorry. You do not wear a hat indoors. Take off your stupid baseball cap. It is not appropriate at any point.
Facts.
Hey Renee, there's been a request that you produce an Elton sighting for the show tonight. Oh, there he is, snoozing. That's Elton's spot. I can't believe you're making him watch the president.
I'm wondering if he's going to fall asleep during his own speech tonight.
I don't know. Oh, there's Steve Scalise.
Yeah.
Do they have cameras on Rubio and the kids to see if there's a sighting tonight?
Oh. The back of an iPhone, I'm told, is handy for that.
Or
just for the record, for the audience record tonight, I have never done cocaine of any form or format in my life because I grew up in Tampa in the 80s and I saw too much of it up close.
HHS secretary, a toilet seat.
Yeah.
A toilet seat.
You know.
Bragged about it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't give him one of those nasty vaccines.
He kind of rolled past General Kane there, who is on the shit list right now, for saying that the war in Iran is not going to go like we think. Intriguing.
Wow, Amy Coney Barrett looks bad.
Girl, you would too if you sold your soul.
No, I know, but when he passed, she was like,
yeah, a little bit of snake eye. Well, guys.
Oh, there he is.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ugh. I've been dreading this all day. Just the idea of listening to him talk. I feel so bad for our social team that we make them listen to every single speech.
Yeah,
bless them. Mm-hmm. Bless their souls.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Let's bring Mario in, too.
Yeah, let's bring Mario in.
We're going to go bang away here.
Hey, Mario!
So fun.
Here we go.
Rick, to your point about people doing the alcohol thing, we want to go by century. So shots of beer.
Yes. Beer is what you.
No hard liquor.
Or cut water.
Just shots of beer.
Ooh.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, the hair's so bad. It's like who was it who had the fly that landed on him?
That was Obama.
No, Pence.
Oh, Pence had a fly. You're right. Obama had a fly land on him at the White House in the Rose Garden.
Like it looks like his hair was about to fly out of his hair.
It's strawberry too.
It's like cotton candy. It looks like pink cotton candy, Renee. That's what it is.
I think he got a haircut though. Or they bleached it so much it broke.
There's that too. That's a problem I've had many times when I change my hair color.
I mean, I've noticed that, Rick. We were going to have an intervention. I'm glad you went ahead and addressed it for all of us.
Since we've been married, Renee's been finding pictures of me from my
Members
past.
of Congress that have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Now 5 more minutes.
And
underneath it said, if you saw above it, it said in God. And I'm shocked they didn't change it in Trump we trust.
Oh.
You know they were trying.
You know they were.
Oh, no.
I think they thought he won a gold medal.
He thinks he did.
Well, thank you very much.
He had all of them around his neck today.
Really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
In Slovakia. Mail order
Melanie.
bride. Melanie. Then will you die? I have shovel.
Is it brown or is it green?
No, it's sort of like a Palm Beach
Second
light
Lady
blonde.
of the United States.
Someone said Trump's hair color is rose gold.
It is.
Rose gold. That is right. That is the right color.
That is what it is.
Good call. Good
Ding,
call.
ding. Mm-hmm. What is this
Members
thing he
of
does?
Congress and my fellow Americans. Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
Oh, there's the first lie. This is why we don't drink.
This is why we
When he
don't drink
lies.
so early. America is none of those things right now. For y'all watching at home, playing our home
Less
game.
than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom.
All of which you've
in the
completely
most
fucked up.
incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And
Speechwriter.
we've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Low energy. And he didn't know where to pause in that sentence. He has not practiced at all.
Speechwriter, though. I'll tell you when he goes off.
We'll know because he won't be bored anymore.
12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before.
Dignity?
And a turnaround for
Not a
the
good
ages.
one.
It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
I'm just saying, that was the greatest message discipline we've ever had to not play Biden right there.
Right?
No, he wanted to. He had to clench
knew
his butt cheeks so hard not to do it. Al. Al Green.
Al Green.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Snatching his sign.
We were just
We're
a
gonna rumble.
very short time ago. We're not going back. Today, our border is secure.
Is this a fraternity house? I'm
Yes.
asking a very real question. Are we in a fraternity house or are we in the halls of
Oh, there's
Congress?
Randy Fine. Release
Today,
the
our border is
hounds.
secure.
Well,
Our
Kavanaugh's
spirit
there, so
is
it has to be a
restored.
frat house.
Inflation
Right?
is
Facts.
plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before.
No.
And our enemies are scared. Our military and police
We're
are
not.
stacked. And America is respected again.
They're
perhaps
stacked.
we're not.
like never before.
We're anything but
You know,
respected.
this is part of why he wants. This is part of like feeding the Fox content machine. He's just going to tell these lies and hope that people buy them.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
Sorry about
And-
killing civilians.
I was going to say, and Americans have died in the street, and we have deported people who are not criminals. But okay.
Oh, we're keeping them in prisons right now.
Yeah.
In the past 9 months,
Concentration
0
camps, Mario.
illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Ooh, Gnome looks pissy.
She
Why look
does.
pissy?
What's going on with her eyes?
But
Does
we
she
will
with his
always allow
contacts
people
just kind
to
of
come in legally, people
bug
that
her
will
out?
love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
She knows she's in trouble.
Uh-huh. She knows she's on the list.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
Because he's pardoned all of the drug traffickers, and it's coming in legally now.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred.
His father was
sociopath too,
a racist sociopathic slumlord, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long
Who
time
hated
ago.
Who hated
Who
him.
hated me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest
That would be
level
the
in more
Fed
than
that drove it
5
down.
years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
And people still cannot afford their groceries. They cannot afford their health care. They cannot afford their energy bills.
It was not at 1.7.
And it was not. And it was not at 1 point.
He's an undiagnosed dyslexic who meant 7.1.
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster. It's now below $2.30 a gallon in
He
most
kind of
states.
has that weird
And in
smart,
some
like,
places,
yeah.
$1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
Still $3 here.
Still $3.
$2.89.
In Florida, where gas is cheap as a rule.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, tell me the last time Trump bought gas.
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast. And the annual cost
No,
of
they
a
are not
typical
falling.
mortgage
They're
is
now
down
up to
almost
6.7% on
$5,000
average,
just
which is not
since I took
falling.
office. 1 year. And
This is a low
interest
energy
rates
Trump.
will solve the Biden-created housing problem well. At the
They
same
didn't
time,
give him enough
protecting the
Adderall.
values of those people
Right?
who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want
The
to
people
keep
that feel
those
rich for the
values
first time in
up.
their lives
We're
are the
gonna do
people,
both.
the 1,000 or so people that benefited from Trump's tax bill.
And
Most
we are gonna
Americans
keep
do
it
not
that
say
way.
that, according to all the polling,
The
which we'll
stock
get Andrew on
market
here
has
later
set
and go through the polling. But
53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less.
this is one of the
In
greatest
12
lies he
months, I
tells.
secured
Yes.
commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
It doesn't exist. There's
No.
nowhere to find those numbers. You can't prove it. You can't even assert it in any rational way.
No.
Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
He's increased our debt by
that's not a
trillions.
lie. What a
Time
difference
ago,
a
we were
president
a
makes.
dead
I
country.
wish we had any other.
Now we are the
Yes.
hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
The hottest. No. Lying liar who lies.
No.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have
Laboratories?
added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is
I
up by
certainly
more
can't
than
believe what I'm watching.
2,000 barrels
it's
a
not
day.
true.
And we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Let me just do some math for you guys. No.
No.
No. That's not.
And the
that's
money's
not
in an offshore account.
in Qatar.
I mean,
American natural gas production is at an
your new
all-time high
friends, you got to
because I
send in
kept
an
my
entire
promise
Southern
to
fleet. You know,
drill,
SOCOM,
baby,
that's the way you
drill.
make friends. Winning friends and influencing people.
Drill baby drill drives me crazy because drill baby drill is what has us in a security crisis in this country and has us relying on foreign oil. We need to be looking at different energy sources.
Than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Because he fired all the
Right?
All institutional knowledge. Bye.
We ended DEI in America. We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
You haven't lifted them off. You've starved them off, you fuck.
Yes. How many have been put on food stamps? Because there have been a ton this year.
And for all of you,
remember the shutdown?
Tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
I don't think that word means what he thinks it.
I don't think anyone's believing it.
It's kind of the whole atmosphere there is pretty flat.
It's flat.
It's very flat.
Yeah.
It's very flat.
Country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it.
And he's off
People
script.
are asking me,
And
please,
he's off
please,
script.
please,
Oh,
Mr.
wait.
President, we're winning too much.
Sir.
We can't
Sir.
take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, no, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And
We're at a rally. And now we're at a rally.
Here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire
here we
nation
go.
proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
3 members of the team did not go today.
No,
I read
5.
that. 5. Okay, 5.
Renee is the hockey expert in the
She is. I was going to say, Renee, this is what I was saying earlier, knows all the things.
So they didn't make these kids sit here because they would have been miserable for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't even let them sit there. They just brought them in and they're going to just walk them back out.
Yep.
I mean, well, they're going to have to give him the medals.
They already did give him a medal today in the Oval, which was
they
just
let him
so
put it around his
awkward.
neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Someone in the chat was just talking about how embarrassed these kids will be later on in life. And I will say this. These kids, these members of Congress who are sitting here with their MAGA hats on and Trump was always right hats on and their Donald Trump ties and all that, all of this is powerful, powerful, powerful evidence.
Yes.
This is an un-American regime and every single person who is out there celebrating it will be held accountable for it.
Yep.
History remembers.
And the internet remembers even more.
The internet always remembers.
Yeah.
You know what? We watched the game, and it was great to see the victory, and I'm proud of these guys. But the insults to the women's team really pissed me off.
Yeah.
And at least a lot of people, a grassroots movement around the country has really
That's
been
the
great
first time
about
I've
the
ever
women's
seen them
team.
get up.
Yeah.
And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
They're partying with Flava Flav out in Vegas, baby.
Right?
They ain't coming to the White House.
That's just one of those Trumpian lies that will get lost in the shuffle tomorrow.
And remember, the women have been medaling every year in women's hockey.
Indeed.
In the Olympics.
Indeed.
Yep. The most consistent program of the two, but by all means. Let's talk about the
They were in
men
Oval
who haven't
Office
won since
before.
1980.
Yeah, someone said, Don, hold your
Just
breath
wanna
for the
say
women.
A second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there and they weren't about to say no because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
He's never seen hockey before.
No, he's never watched hockey in his life.
Never. And he's chewing gum.
Yeah.
Class.
He's a hockey player.
Good call.
Right. He's a great goalie. He's a pretty good goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, but
Someone said
It's
they're mad
just
at these
embarrassing.
boys.
Listen, I'm a big supporter of Team America, but it's just embarrassing when it becomes this on a public stage. You know, like it should not be all MAGA and celebrating all
Because
this crap.
they're gripping onto this because they need a win.
You refuse to
They need a
answer
win, but this is what I'm saying. It's
Nothing
so
else.
sad.
Nothing else out there. The economic
tell
stuff
you
is so
that
bad.
the
The polling is
members
so
of this
bad.
great
It's
hockey
everything's
squad
bad. But come
will
on,
be very
man. This
happy
is
to hear,
bad.
based on their vote and my vote, and in this case, my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given.
Are you kidding
which
me?
has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12. It's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
You know, it just really bothers me that he does not know
I'm
what
proud
that
of these
means.
guys. But that has traditionally been reserved for great leaders who spend a lifetime fighting for this country. And I think that's it cheapens it. But then again, Trump cheapens everything.
I mean, yeah.
But he also gave it to Rush Limbaugh.
He did.
True.
It's already kind of killed the whole.
R.I.P.
And I thought
I mean,
they deserved it. And I did take a vote every
Let's
single
be clear.
But I'm not giving it if anybody goes no.
We're talking
Every
about people like
single one of
Jackie
them
Robinson.
rapidly put up
who
their
got
hand.
President's
I want to
Medal of
thank you.
Freedom.
What a special
Like he's one of the
job you
recipients.
did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
Now get the fuck out. So I can go back to not reading my teleprompter.
And this had it not happened in the locker room and they caught it on tape.
Right.
This would have been such a bigger moment
Yeah.
for the whole administration.
I'm also
and it was
pleased to
something
say
both
that the
sides
next
of the
time
aisle
the
could have
Olympic
rallied
torch
around.
is lit,
Yep.
it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
And you know who they're saying may replace the current person in charge of the Olympics?
Hmm?
They're
Jared
thinking, Bob Iger.
Bob Iger.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Los Angeles is going to be
That's
safe.
the talk right
just like
now.
I'm gonna text him.
Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
They are talking that he's going to replace because of the Epstein
And this year, and I must
things
say, I
linked
got a
to the
vote.
current guy.
I got him in the first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange
Neither did
things
we.
took place, and now I've got him because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
I'm not betting the World Cup yet.
I'm saying the
not
same thing,
either.
Rick. Not with
I'm
what's
feeling
going
it.
on with ICE. Mm-mm.
So this will be a year to
I mean, I'm the
celebrate our
resident
country
soccer nut, and
and the heroes
the
who have
only organization
kept
more
it
corrupt
free. Men
In the
like
Trump White House is
Buddy
the
is
Taggart.
FIFA.
Is FIFA.
At
FIFA.
age 17,
Like,
Buddy
match made in
volunteered
heaven.
to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard.
Trump is so
He
obsessed
was badly
with MacArthur
wounded and almost
Patton,
killed by enemy
who
machine
are
guns. in
flashy generals,
Luzon.
but
And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp
Oh, is
in
that
the
who's sitting
Philippines,
next to
one of the
Melania?
largest anywhere in
Yeah.
the world. but he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the
largest
gallery
internment
looking
camp
forward
yet.
to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Not many of those left.
There he is.
Imagine being that age, making it to that age, being a legitimate hero and having to sit next to Melania Trump.
She
Oh,
looked
no,
happier
that's
next to
him.
him than next
Oh,
to
yeah,
Trump.
that's him. He's with Usha.
Because he's not Melania's guest either. Melania's guests are from
Have
her
we had an
programs.
Erica Kirk spotting yet?
Not yet. You know he's
What
going to
kind
bring
of
her
pants
in
is
with
he wearing?
fireworks.
Even in times of
Wait for the
challenge,
pyro.
setback, and
Yeah, that's
immense
exactly
heartache,
right.
the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One
And
of
I'm
the worst
very
things
interested
I've
in
ever
girls'
seen.
summer
I was
camps.
there.
Very,
Rising
very
26
interested.
feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission.
Yeah,
Young guy,
someone did.
very brave,
They're flight plans.
very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
And that's why I cut veterans' health care.
Also,
And
let's
that's
just
why the
remember
Texas
that,
legislature wouldn't pay for flood control.
and it took FEMA forever to get in there because Kristi Noem wouldn't approve the
Correct.
funds.
Correct.
Let's just remember that.
Yep.
They died
And
because of
Texas
that.
voted against the warning system,
Yep. Correct.
Republican led.
Mm-hmm.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was
And
going. and
let's
that
lower the volume a bit and
rapid
answer a
water,
couple
nobody's ever
questions
seen
while
anything
we're-
like it. They
while
said,
we're going through-
wow, that's something. Tonight,
Please,
Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
Someone just.
All right. Very charming, but this is the phase where they're trying to have either warmth or humanity by association. Isn't the
Human
flood
contact.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
human contact. Exactly, Renee. Isn't the flood Trump's FEMA fucked up? Yes, they absolutely ignored it, as Mario correctly pointed out, who is currently blocked by a question. But as Mario pointed out, they ignored and refused to send aid down to Texas. Even Texas, a red state, their ally, because they think that FEMA is all corrupt.
Yep.
Yeah, and remember, all the phone lines were jammed too. Like,
Right.
like people
Yeah, because of
couldn't get help
Doge. Because of Doge.
because of Doge. It was a cluster all the way around from everyone around him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the epitome of the Trump administration. It is screw up after screw up after screw up.
Yep. And
But
look,
this is a great
this guy is
chance.
a hero. He is heroic,
Yes.
and that I don't want to take away from that. But
No.
what you're seeing here is just Trump trying to find anything where people think of him associated with hockey heroes or Coast Guard heroes or military heroes. And Archie 15 asks, he's going to dribble out the clock. He's going to try to drag out this segment for a little longer, but I promise you, there's a scene in the second Matrix movie where Agent Smith converts another agent into Agent Smith, and he says, me, 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 me. That's all Trump has in his head.
Where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep.
13th Beatle Jr., yes.
He knows nothing about the debt the heroes have paid for this country.
Nothing. He called them suckers and losers, remember?
Yep. How many of these fuckers belong in The Hague? I have a list, and it's 7 that I can identify cleanly who actually have committed human rights violations of that level.
Yes.
Now, we're not part of the International Criminal Court, but you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna talk to our lawyer about that. I think
I'll settle for our own homegrown version.
Who is the lady in red who keeps standing
up
behind
I don't know.
the justices? The 4 of the 7 justices.
Massive tax cuts.
All right, let's bring the Pope.
Did,
let's bring the volume back up. With
death.
Did Thomas send his wife in his absence?
No.
I'm just saying.
I have Jenny Thomas before she was Jenny Thomas stories.
To hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the
Chuck is writing a letter right now. Strongly
worded. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
That's because they can't get overtime anymore.
Correct.
See, I don't know who she is.
Apparently, someone said she's from Texas.
Auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
Made, assembled.
Recently in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
Megan
there.
Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night, as her husband works overtime, operating very
It's the Jeffrey Epstein Academy.
Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded.
But her husband works has to work 2 jobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and she sold a child and maybe a kidney.
More than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Because she's not working? When?
She's working nights and teaching kids during the day while dad works 2 jobs.
She's already standing up. She doesn't get a seat, apparently.
She's a woman, Rick. Women don't deserve chairs. What are you thinking?
Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan.
Okay,
Under our
the
bill,
lady
parents like
sitting
Megan
next to
can
her
also
gave her
activate their
just like-
children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't.
Oh,
name
the
them.
Trump accounts.
I did not name that. Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by
That woman has no time for that.
She's like,
nice man, a good man.
when this is over, Mike
Tax-free
Johnson will go back
investment
to his
accounts
magical
for
tree to bake his
every
cookies.
American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $250 million to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
Great, we're name dropping billionaires. Awesome. I wonder how much you
What you want to hear in the State of the Union when Americans are suffering and having a hard time paying their bills? Shout out billionaires.
Whoop, whoop. And it's going to go into crypto accounts and shit like that, and it's going to all get incinerated, right?
Don't worry, Trump's keeping the unlock key for those crypto accounts.
Of course he is.
Well, I just sat
Just
in
in
my
case.
dorm in school, and I made computers, and I'd sell them to people, and I just kept selling and selling and selling, and pretty amazing story. That's called
Grifting and
the American
grifting and
dream. He
grifting.
sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops, so I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
2 billionaires.
Okay. There's 2 so far. He didn't.
Knowing some billionaires, guys, I can tell you, they rarely do anything without a motivation that would benefit themselves.
Additional contributions. These young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing?
But like,
Over
here's the
100,000
thing.
could be much more
If you
than that.
actually cared about
To
those
make
people,
this
why wouldn't you
investment
have
in our
one of those
children's
people
future,
benefit from it? One of those
go to
kids.
TrumpAccounts.gov.
That's what we're doing. Trump is
accounts.gov,
celebrating
and a lot of
billionaires
people
of
are
the
doing
kids
it. They're
actually
setting every
who are
record in the
getting
book.
help.
It's popular.
They
knew what
Yeah.
was going to, what it was
That-
going
'cause
to
that's what he
take.
cares
I'm so
about.
proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. Now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround the biggest in history,
Which
where the
does not
Dow
exist.
Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't.
Oh, look at Pam
supposed
Bondi
to for
grinning
many
like a
years.
fucking fiend. I want to.
Were tariffs.
The
I
Dow.
use these tariffs, freaking hundreds of billions of dollars.
As my
to make
grandmother
great
would have
deals
said
for our
about Pam
country,
Bondi, she
both
is a
economically
TWA,
and on
you
a
know what.
national security basis.
I think that's
Everything was
kind.
working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades
Oh, she might
are
have
now
said something
paying us
worse,
hundreds
but
of billions of dollars.
we're going to keep that for the
They
show.
were ripping us so badly. You all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy.
We're off script. Yep.
And so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're
We don't have our
making
first
money like
corrupt
they
yet,
used
do we?
to, but we're making a
Not
lot
yet.
of money.
Sorry,
I
folks.
haven't gotten my
Inflation,
Doge
tremendous
check.
growth.
I haven't gotten
And the
my
big story
reimbursement
was
for
how
the
Donald Trump
tariffs. I
called the
haven't
economy
gotten
correctly.
shit.
And 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong.
Oh.
And then just 4
Pedophile
days ago, an unfortunate
motherfucker
ruling
himself.
from the United
Hello,
States Supreme
Epstein
Court.
business
It
partner.
just came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all
why are we not
countries
panning
and
to SCOTUS right now?
corporations want to keep the deal
Right?
that they already made.
There we are.
Right, Scott? Knowing that
Come on,
the
C-SPAN.
legal
There
power
we
that
are.
I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate.
Did I just hear him
involvement.
basically say to
So
fuck you to
despite
the
the
Supreme Court?
disappointing ruling,
Yeah, look at that.
he's powerful.
Oh, wait.
Country
Yeah.
saving. It's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in. Peace protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of
Wars.
tariffs. I
Here we
wouldn't have
go.
been able to settle them without.
Oh.
Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution.
Just so everyone's on the same page,
she's
both
looking.
of these justices
Yeah,
voted
that-
against the
if
money.
looks
You can
could
tell that's a
kill.
woman with that's a woman with 11 children.
Time tested. and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past,
It's not foreign countries that pay for the tariffs, guys.
System of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Really?
Do you love those people in rural North Florida that you cut their health care for? They all voted for you.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just
they're
curious.
really happy.
Asking for some friends.
What I wouldn't do RBG
Jobs,
nodding off right
investment,
now.
and trillions and trillions
Right?
of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America
Oh.
because we finally have a president who puts America first. Put America first.
No,
I
puts
love
Trump
America.
first. America's nowhere on his list.
Her bedazzled
We're
suit.
expanding the drinking game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless our ag
For
sex
decades before I came along,
outfit
we
tonight.
had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from
So
energy
so
to
basically, guys,
immigration.
what he's selling
Everything was
here
stolen
is
and rigged in order to
is
drain
the
the wealth
outright
out of
lie
the
saying that
productive, hardworking people
that the tariffs
who
were
make our
legal to
country
begin with,
great,
and
who
that
make
he's
our
now
country
going to
run.
continue to do the illegal
Under
thing.
Biden and his
Hello,
corrupt
Debbie.
partners in
Yeah.
Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking
Corrupt.
point.
Not crooked,
with
but
Green New
corrupt.
Scam,
Corrupt, it'll do.
open borders for everyone.
Ooh.
They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons.
The caravan.
Institutions. They were murderers.
at
11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting
Oh.
inflation that cost
You know,
a
he left
typical
out
family
rapists, probably because he's so close to
$34,000 in
Epstein.
just time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they
Yes, it's
caused
the
and
Oxford English
created
Dictionary. You
the
dumb
increased
fuck.
prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
That's the best reaction right there.
Yeah, Hakeem's like,
Yeah. Like the fuck eye.
mm-hmm.
Somebody gave him that word.
We gave him that word. Like
We
groceries.
didn't know that word.
Like groceries.
Like groceries.
They knew.
New word. He invented it.
It's not a real word. It's not like Cova
Dirty,
Theft.
rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward.
Really?
When are we going to see that?
Anybody in the chat believe in that one? Anybody buying that?
Yeah, no.
The price of eggs is down 60%. Madam Secretary, thank you.
Yo, the egg situation, I just can't with. I'm going to go on my own little tangent about the eggs. Like, who is eating this many eggs?
Oh, rent
Which
lower.
was very high,
Did
is starting
anybody's
to come
rent go
down significantly.
Because
Just hold
that
on a little
doesn't
while. We're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people.
Oh, he wants to
would
make
think
housing
were
more affordable. He has been very clear on this
A
point.
short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially
No one can believe those numbers because they're
not
not real.
No. Yeah.
They
Amazing.
don't exist.
This is more listless than the Republican
I'm
National
also
Convention.
confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700.
He's thinking to himself, I wish I was doing push-ups with
nothing
Kid
else.
Rock.
That's
Oiled
why I
and sweaty.
introduced.
I think it's very different, Rick. I think it's something like do.
I think Kid Rock is crawled inside his head like a little brainworm.
Yes.
Did you guys see the Titanic spoof
Yes.
with Kid Rock?
Yes,
and
he did.
RFK?
There were some fantastic ones.
I think RFK's face.
In addition, my plan requires
He's got to be happy about the
maximum
Trump
price
signing
transparency. That's a
Monsanto.
big deal.
Yeah.
Sounds so simple, so big.
So big. So very big.
And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats
Kelly Loeffler was
immediately
also in
terminated
Italy.
it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened. And now I'm bringing them way down on healthcare and everything else.
Again,
I'm
a
also ending
complete
the wildly
crazy
inflated
lie.
cost of
And frankly,
prescription
not
drugs
even
like
the
it's never happened
polling
before.
that's out there validates that. People are so pissed about healthcare.
Are we bringing
Incredibly.
prescription drugs down 1,000% still?
Yeah, 1,000%.
I love when
Man,
math
Steny
doesn't
Hoyer
math.
is old.
But they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried.
He's so
They
off
couldn't
the
do it. They
rails.
didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action.
He's
But I got
leaning
it done.
completely on the
Under my
podium.
just enacted most
He's like
favored
sideways.
nation agreements, Americans
Like
who have for
this.
decades paid by far the highest
You know, you got to feel
prices
bad
of any
for
nation anywhere in the world
Vance and
for
Johnson sitting
prescription
back there
drugs.
so close.
Will
No,
now
no, no,
be the
so
lowest
close.
price anywhere
Just
in
in
the
case
world.
there's a
Close.
defense accident.
Anywhere.
To the
The
poop shoot.
lowest price.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, it's got to stink back there, y'all. Bless them. And they're keeping a straight face. Like, that's.
So in my
Maybe
first
that's
year,
why he's smirking.
second term,
I think so. He's kind of leaning. Like, he
He
doesn't want to
can't
sit
smell
on
worse
it.
than our dog tonight.
You know, but JD Vance is the
Oh.
kind of guy who bottles that for
prescription
later.
drugs
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is. He's
Like the
versus
Stasi
healthcare
collecting poop.
from the highest
collecting
price
farts.
in the entire
he's
world.
definitely a
him
fart in
of
a
the
bottle and
couches.
save it for later kind of dude.
Oh,
The
yeah.
result is price differences
Why he
of
likes couches so
300,
much.
400, 500, 600%
smell.
and more. All available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that
Which
one
is
either.
Who
which
in
is
the world
apparently
wants to
a
buy their drugs
reskinned
from him?
version of Good RX.
But there's
Mark-
nothing on the website apparently.
Well, yeah.
And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to
Aren't
purchase.
they against IVF too,
But a
though?
few
Like, what
weeks
is
ago,
this?
She logged onto
Was there a
Well,
whole
you
thing
don't
about
know.
IVF last
website
year?
and got
You
that.
can get your Trump RX by using your Trump phone. Remember.
Yes, and you've got to
Junior
check
had
the
Trump
time on
phone.
your Trump watch before you do that. And you have to pay a Trump coin.
Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was the blonde one. I thought it was the 13-year-old. Right. Woo.
All right, we're going to have a little quick rotation here. We're going to take Mario out for a couple of minutes and bring in Andrew to talk about polling. And
so now I'm calling on Congress to
I'll stay
codify my most
Yeah, you stay.
favorite nation.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
You got the
Hey,
sweatshirt
Andrew.
on.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very hard for somebody.
Hey, me
who
too,
comes
Andrew.
along After me,
How
to
about
say,
Represent, baby.
let's raise drug
Stop.
prices by 700 or 800%.
Are you hearing
John
any of this?
and Mike,
I
if you
mean,
don't
Andrew,
mind,
from a
codify it
polling
anyway.
perspective,
They may do it.
it's like the
Codify it
lies are
anyway. Thank you.
amazing because the
Many
numbers
Americans
are
also
like
concerned that
completely mirror image of the
energy
lie.
demand from AI
Yeah.
data centers could
Americans
unfairly
just
drive
don't
up their
basically believe
electric
any of this
utility
stuff.
bills.
You know, he says
Tonight, I'm
inflation is
pleased to
going down, the
announce that I
economy is
have
growing.
negotiated the new
Nobody
rate
feels that.
payer protection pledge.
And
You
the
know what
polling
that is?
obviously indicates
We're
that
telling the
people are
major tech
suffering.
companies that they have the obligation to provide
I mean,
for their own
it's
power
nonsense.
needs. They can build their own power
I got to
plants
tell
as
you,
part
I
of
was
their
looking at this
factory.
some of the
So
stuff
that
we were
no one's
prepping for the show
prices
for
will go
Friday,
up,
and I just like,
and in many cases,
nobody buys
prices
the
of
affordability
electricity
lie.
will go
Nobody
down
buys
for
the
the
grocery
community and
prices
very
lie.
substantially down.
Nobody buys any of it.
This is a unique strategy never used in this country before.
I mean, it's madness.
We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amant of electricity that's
Wait.
needed.
Well, and it shows that this is all bullshit.
They can build their own plant. They can produce their own electricity.
Here we
It
go.
will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial.
Never gonna happen.
So
Not
all of you
ever gonna
cities and
happen.
towns,
No.
you're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been
Correct. He is all of us.
homeownership.
Hank Johnson, baby.
With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed
Hank
bids on
Johnson.
20 homes and lost all
That
of
was
those bids
amazing.
to
I'm sorry, that
gigantic
was great.
investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated.
So
Stories like this are
this is
why
this
last
is
month
actually
I
a poll
signed
tested thing,
executive
right,
order
Andrew? I mean,
to
the
ban large
private equity
Wall
buying
Street
houses thing
investment
is very
firms from buying
unpopular.
up
Yeah, it's very
tens of
unpopular, and
thousands
he's mentioned that he wants to
single-family
ban
homes.
that. I don't know how he would do that without Congress.
Yeah, and I don't know how we would piss off his private equity buddies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be a huge crisis. I'm sure they wouldn't let that happen, but he's floated it, as just one of those things to try and rile people up, get them excited.
Really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Rachel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll
But
get
let's
one
make
soon.
it really, really expensive because we need those home prices to go up.
We want
Because
prices
people who
to go
aren't
up
working
and
4
down.
jobs should not be
Right,
able to
right.
afford a house.
We're
Prices
also
need to go
working
up
to
and
make
down.
it easier for
Mhm.
Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security.
The big beautiful bill. Have we forgotten the big beautiful bill? And what the hell?
They
What
just
happened to the
sliced
big
and
beautiful
diced
bill?
this.
Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000.
I think there's a
That's
search
lot
story
of
coming.
money.
Sir,
Yet millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so
Sir, I want
well,
to kiss
setting all
you.
those records.
I
Your
want to feel your
401ks are way up.
hairy tongue.
Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year, as we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market. Let's
Defined
also
benefit,
ensure that
I guess.
members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider
But
information.
his kids can. And
There's
his
a-
administration
there's another-
can.
there's another poll
Fine.
tested thing, though. I mean, that polls through the roof for everybody.
It does, and it's rife in Congress. Any number of congressmen are trading on their
both sides.
information.
Both sides play that game, folks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that is Republican and Democratic members trade.
They stood up for that. I can't believe.
God, he's so low energy.
I can't believe it.
Tonight.
Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here?
What? I mean,
oh, he's taking a swing.
Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
What's our time count?
We're at 57.
I wasn't sure.
So he's an hour in. I feel like he's going to keep running.
I'm very impressed.
We haven't had any real immigration stuff to speak of.
But when it comes to
no immigration,
no war.
I have a feeling he's not going to talk about ICE.
There's been no more stunning
because
example than
I think that would be incredibly divisive.
Oh, I think so too. But
Somali community
he's doubling down on a lot of stuff.
An estimated $19 billion from the American tax.
Although I will say he's doing a lot of stuff that's very poll tested tonight.
The number is much higher than
the
that.
sign he knows is danger.
And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although
we'll take corrupt and for corruption for the drinking game.
I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
That's incredible.
Wait a minute.
We're on fraud.
This cannot be real, y'all.
No fucking way.
Come on.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And we're able to find enough of that fraud.
Well, it's an upgrade
We
from
will
the party
actually
planning
have
committee.
a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly.
Yo, we're going to have a balanced budget in Congress?
That's a big
Ooh.
Exciting.
I don't know about you guys, but I can do math.
We're on Somali pirates.
That there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA.
Yeah.
And it
This
is
is the Stephen
the
Miller portion of
American
the
people
speech.
who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this
Oh,
problem.
she's
We're going to take
getting
care
ready
of this
to cry.
problem. We are not playing games. Delilah.
Fuck ICE button there. I still haven't seen Erica Kirk.
I'm telling you, she's going to bring her out with pyrotechnics. I'm telling you. The whole thing.
She was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden.
There it is.
Given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration.
Look at him
Please stand
shaking.
up.
I'm fairly certain that story that he's referencing was about an immigrant who was let in 2018
on a Trump visa.
During they're on a Trump visa.
Jared's looking at that child like, I wonder if I could unhinge my jaw and eat the entire thing.
Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs. As
Neither
to
can you,
direction, speed,
fucko.
danger, or location.
Because he's never driven
That's
a
why
car.
tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass.
No, there was a period he
what
owned
we
a
will call
Ferrari
the
in
Delilah
Palm Beach.
law,
I saw it once. I
barring
saw him
any
driving
state
it once.
from granting commercial
And he
driver's
drove a
licenses
manual
to illegal
transmission?
aliens.
I don't know that I don't know that it was manual, but he drove a Ferrari. I saw him at Cosmos Club. Erica's on screen now. Okay. Under the desk.
I don't
And
see her.
yesterday,
There's Sean Duffy.
So at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed
he
this
say
to happen with
scourge?
our open borders.
He did say scourge.
These are the angel moms and families that
Here
for
we go.
decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery.
He's trying to read the
remind
prompter, but
everyone
he's
in
also
this
doing
chamber
asides.
exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them.
Actually, just so everybody's clear, Biden and Obama both deported criminal illegal aliens at a higher rate and net number than Donald Trump, and they didn't kill American citizens to do it.
Yep, that's facts.
If we're supposed to be deporting all of these people, why are they making camps all over the country?
That's a good question. You know, it's a very good question. Renee, it reminds me of what they did.
Never forget that many
in the Everglades, and then like a third of those people we have no idea what happened to
border
them.
invasion.
I know they
Remember
just
that?
disappeared
Before I got involved,
and it's no longer in the press.
They would do it all over
Pepper
again.
Storm
If they
remembers.
had the chance. If
Yeah.
they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world.
We're about to get the insane asylum rant.
Standing
Here
between
it comes.
Americans and a wide open border right now is
He's Stephen
President
Miller.
Donald J. Trump and our great
Carrying
Republican
the
patriots
sword
in
of-
Congress. Thank you. Thank you.
Court of Justice.
In some ways, he's right, because he hasn't passed any significant immigration legislation that would actually reform the system. You know, when Trump is gone, all this is just going to evaporate.
Yeah, we had a note in the chat from Mario because they fired half the immigration judges that handle immigration cases. So we're going to have to stick them in warehouses.
Another Democrat shutdown. The first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now I have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States.
Demanding.
And also for
Demanding.
Okay.
I didn't know he could do that.
I guess Article 2 doesn't mean anything.
Something about no kings. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it.
Take off the mask. Stop killing Americans. Put on your body cams.
One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support.
To what?
First duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Oh boy.
See, this is what he thinks is going to be like a great thing for their video, but it won't be.
It won't be, because you know what, Rick? I know a really good ad guy who will take that sentence and pair it with what's actually happening.
Go, Andrew.
The whole context of ICE now in most people's minds is Alex Purdy and Renee Good. When they think about ICE, when they think about immigration enforcement, it is those videos of Americans being murdered. And there was a third American citizen that they actually covered up that we've been hearing about recently that they murdered and concealed.
Yeah, in Chicago, I think? Was it Chicago?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but
a woman was shot in Chicago. This may have
yeah.
happened near the border, but
okay.
The lady that was shot 5 times.
Yeah.
Who's she the guest of tonight?
Yeah, she's there tonight.
Is she Raskin's guest?
I believe she might be Raskin's guest. Yes.
Those stories were awful. when they testified in front of Congress.
Yeah, for sure. But Andrew, your point though about the association of ICE and killing Americans is where it's come down now. And this is a funny moment because Trump thinks he's really owning this issue, but nobody who cares about this issue.
It's toxic for him. It is truly.
Right. Nobody who cares about this issue wasn't already a Trump supporter.
Right.
Yep.
And independents hate it.
They hate it.
They hate it so much. Now, Raskin is wearing a Release the Files name tag. Good for him.
I've seen a couple of those.
There's a couple of them, yeah, Andrew. There's a couple of them wearing them tonight. I've seen.
That is Derek Van Orden.
You should be ashamed of
one of our targets.
One of our targets.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Is he going to actually tell someone else to be ashamed?
I'm asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases,
you've killed Americans.
You have killed Americans. Amen. Yes, you have.
The removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You know what? I am ashamed. I am very ashamed. I'm ashamed that this is our president. I'm ashamed that we elected a pedophile and a 34-time convicted felon, a rapist. There's a lot I am ashamed about, but not standing through his bullshit is not one of them.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
You know what? She's going to end up. She's going to. I can't imagine they're not going to try to deport her.
I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
And I hope they filibuster this by reading the Epstein files.
I don't think
read the list.
Votes. I don't think they've got.
No, I don't think they do either.
Speaking of the fraud police, let's get Rick Scott on the deck
in
here.
Our sacred American elections, that cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant.
No, it's not.
It's very simple.
There's no evidence of it at all.
How did he win?
Right? How did he win if there was so much cheating? If the Democrats controlled everything and they couldn't do it then, I guess the Italian satellite wasn't working this time.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
By the way, that means you have to show your passport pretty much for most people, and passport ownership is significantly skewed towards Democrats.
Don't you think, Andrew, it ends up like Texas? It's like one of these things they think is cute, and then it bites them on the ass.
Yep.
I think 57% of passport holders are Democrats.
This should be an easy one, and by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
I'm sure the people in West Virginia who don't have clean drinking water can spare the cash.
And even the new
That's what I was thinking too.
$100 passport.
That's what I'm saying. It's a poverty tax.
Just said they want people.
It's poll tax.
To
Probably
shovel
unconstitutional.
snow. They got hit hard. Want them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet
Oh my God, the dazzling wit and wisdom of Donald Trump.
I know, right?
Voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that
we're a quarter of the way done,
just
folks.
enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Solution looking for a problem.
And it's not gonna.
Yep.
Nope.
There's
Seriously, put the amendment on the SAVE Act. Somebody needs to just put the amendment on there that all passports will be free.
Yeah.
And the Republicans won't vote for it.
Correct.
Yep.
It's not that
The
hard.
reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
Well, no.
They
The
make
only
up
person
all
who's ever tried to
excuses.
steal an
They
election was
say
that guy.
It's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have.
Ian
They want
Elon.
to cheat. They have cheated, and their policy is so
Elon
bad
was cheating
that
in
the
Georgia.
only way they can
With
get
those
elected
ballots.
is to cheat. And we're
Yeah.
going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
Kuhn has already said he's not going to break the filibuster for it. It's dead.
I mean, it's a lame duck. It's a lame duck Congress. There's nothing. He's not going to pass anything.
No, I don't think. Yeah.
No.
Opportunity to show common
Especially not on a
sense
year
in
where there's too
government.
much at
In the
stake for the
gallery
Republicans.
tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her.
That look, did you see that,
Here we
Renee?
go.
Treating
Here we
her as
go.
a boy and hiding it from her parents.
The culture
Hard to believe,
war.
isn't it? Before long,
Transgender for everybody.
Sage ran away from home.
Mandatory
After
transgender gay marriage.
She
was
does
found
not
in a
want to be
horrific
there.
Mandatory
situation.
No.
A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
Oh, Liberty.
Bless her heart. Not a real education, but cool.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, she don't want to be there, y'all.
No.
You know what? He is on the prompter more tonight than I expected.
And thank you for your great
And
bravery.
somebody
Who
just
can believe
mentioned
that
me in
we're
another
even
chat.
Speaking about things like this.
Susie must have
15
scared
years
the
ago,
shit out
if
of him
somebody
tonight.
was up here and said that, they say,
Well,
"What's
she was
wrong with him?"
wide-eyed when she walked
Now
in.
we have to say it
She
because
was
it's
ill.
going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a
Only
new
ICE
gender
can do
against
that.
the parents.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Lord,
only
who would
his
believe that we
administration
even
can
talk
do
about
that. Don't
must
take the
ban
fun
it,
away from him,
and we
man.
This is the
must
most
What he cool-ass art lives
and by
for.
the way, it stopped working because the Democrats started ignoring the bullshit when they brought it up.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about
exactly
this.
right.
Andrew and I we were talking about this on the show one day. Spanberger just said,
Nobody says that.
"Okay, what about
These
jobs?"
people are
And
crazy.
Cheryl,
I'm
same
telling you,
thing.
they're crazy.
Imagine having to sit there and listen to the most insane person on the planet call you crazy.
Amazing. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
Oh, you just wait for November, big boy.
You sweaty fucker.
Yep. I mean, when I'm seeing David Jolly up by 4 points on Byron in Florida, Byron Donald in Florida.
I wouldn't write too many checks on that particular poll yet, but
Not yet, but
the world is moving.
The world is moving.
Who would have believed that?
I have smiled,
Over the
half
past
smiled.
year,
That is
she has had an
$20,000.
incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure
These
$30
are
million
her
to
two
launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth
people.
to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous.
One is foster
Wait,
care
wait,
and the other
tremendous
one
thing
is
that happened and
AI.
had a lot of
Okay, so
bipartisan
is foster
support.
care really
He gets
just
much
code
better
for
bipartisan
trafficking? Because
support
I'm
than
going
I
to
do.
tell you,
I
having
get
worked at
none. She
DCF
gets a
in
lot.
Florida, foster care is where that
Someday you're
happens.
going to have to tell me how you did
Foster
that.
care, and there are red
And
flags all
students and
over the foster care
educators in every
program. So
state
that's
have
a little,
joined the
for someone
First
who was
Lady's
introduced
efforts
to
in the
Trump by Epstein,
presidential
it's a
AI
really
challenge, keeping
interesting
America's next
policy
generation
this is
positioned
trying to
to
take.
succeed and strongly succeed in the future.
Is this going to be like Be Best?
Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives
Yeah.
reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both.
Everest
and
Nevermont sounds like a
Melania,
character in
thank
a
you. I
bad
know how hard you
fantasy
work for her.
novel.
Thank you very much.
It's Harry Potter, what's going on?
House of Slytherin.
Yes, I'm telling you. Just the ministry has fallen.
Please do not touch hand.
Look how sad Barron looks.
I was honestly shocked to see he looks so much like Trump.
I'm very proud to say
So
that
much.
during my time in office,
Yeah.
both
I mean,
the first
Eric
4
and
years
Eric
and in
and Don
particular
Jr.
just last year,
Trump
there
is
has been a tremendous
all.
renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
This is actually something I've been tracking, and it's just a lie. He's just lying. It's just not
true. Say more about that. Say more about that, Andrew. We haven't talked about that.
So, non-affiliated has been growing, obviously, for 25, 30 years. But it's plateaued.
My great friend.
There's not a growth
Charlie
in
Kirk, great
religious.
guy.
Oh God!
Oh wait, we're at the Charlie Kirk.
There she is. There she is.
Where's the pyro? Where's the fireworks?
Oh, she's all in black. Is she gonna cry? Because that would be the
America's
first.
widow.
Murdered by an assassin and martyred. Really,
That we have
martyred
not
for
heard
his
Martyred.
Not a word about.
His
Not a
wonderful
word.
wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica,
Oh,
please stand.
she's sad tonight. Oh.
I love you guys.
Candace Owens is going to have a field day with this one.
Oh yeah.
Sniffle.
A sniffle. Oh, now she's looking up, thinking of
She's
Charlie.
looking for Usha. She was like, "Can I still push her off the balcony? Could I
Honey,
still
Charlie
steal?"
is way down below, I got to tell you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, don't look up, baby.
Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all
there
come
she is.
together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
That I agree with.
I agree with that too.
Hey, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. This is the
Of
guy who
course
sent
he
a
is.
mob to
He's
the
been
Capitol.
responsible for
He
the
sent a
political
mob
violence
to
in this country.
room right
Yeah,
here.
tell me more about January 6th.
And we
Yeah.
love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again.
And pardoned
We're
by
honored
Donald
to
fucking
be joined
Trump.
tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska.
You know what?
In 2022, she and
there
her
are more
beautiful
people
daughter,
being
so
referenced and
beautiful, what
called
a
out in
beautiful
this
young
because he
woman.
has nothing else to
Irina
sell.
fled.
That's right.
War-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal set free to kill in America. Came in through open borders. Mrs. Zarutska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
All right, Renee is going to drop off now. She's got some things to handle here with certain wild canines, and we'll bring Mario back in.
Bye, Renee.
Bye, Renee.
Well, the show got significantly less good looking.
How do you know?
Well, there you go.
I'm asking this Congress
She raises
to
the
pass
average
tough
on these things.
legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
That requires you to stop pardoning them. Stop pardoning them.
They're not getting as much of the red meat as you would expect from.
You know,
it's not.
Andrew, you're right. There's a certain flatness to the whole thing tonight.
How many is too many? 34?
Oh, that fucking
34?
bitch is wearing a butterfly.
And federal law enforcement.
Oh, that's Nancy Mace. I'm sorry. I thought that was Christy Nome. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
Memphis,
strange new respect for Nancy Mace wearing the butterfly, which is the symbol of the Epstein victim.
Louisiana, big success.
Really, really weird timeline we're in, Rick.
Right?
Itself, Washington,
Yeah, just so everyone
DC,
remembers,
where we have almost
she was one of the
no
4 who
crime
voted
anymore in Washington,
for the discharge.
DC. How did that happen?
Yep.
As cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as she can be, she's done the right thing on that.
She has done the right thing on Epstein. Absolutely, she has. So has Tom Massey. They're both A-okay on that issue in my book.
And Boebert and Green. Oh my God.
Recorded and murders
I'm telling you, I'm missing the Howler monkeys.
Me too.
The Howler monkeys. Where are they? I miss them.
You know, we've had Jonah Goose and Brittany Pedersen on from Colorado so far, but no Boebert. She must be livid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't like to hear that. One of the sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country.
Now let's keep in mind that these
And all
people right here
because she
are
wore the
guests of the
uniform
President
our
of the United
nation. She was
States
shot
at the State of the
He
Union,
traveled
sitting
here
on the steps.
because he didn't like.
If you're
people
wondering how
wearing
much
that
respect he
uniform.
has for them,
was sick,
actually.
deranged, shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Eva Lee. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her that
Should have never been in Washington, D.C. to begin with.
Correct.
Was only shot because she was there on your orders, Donald Trump.
Once again, I would like to know when protecting the Capitol was on his mind on January 6th.
Yeah, right?
I think I definitely see the hand of Susie Wiles in this entire speech tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A great young lady.
He's definitely trying to she's trying to soften him.
Perfect. She was perfect.
Here we go, we
Serving
have to leave.
alongside Sarah that day
it's a
was
long way to go.
Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night. And she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone, but his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was
the associative nature of having
night.
all the victims. He's the
son
hero
laying
saving all the
helplessly in
victims.
bed,
This is a really
blood
interestingly
all over.
constructed
Everybody
speech
is
for him.
praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors
The doubling down, the
didn't
tripling
understand
down
what
on
she
all
was
the
saying.
bullshit. It gets
And after
intervened with
looking
these
at the
things
results of
because
the
he's
damage
trying
done,
to
neither
build
did
social
I.
media content.
She was so
hook off
strong
of
and
these people.
conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand.
They're
the
trying to
gravity
build
of the
ads for the
situation.
midterms.
But she turned out to be right, Melody? She turned out to be right.
But so many of these people are just red meat for the right, too. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not,
that's exactly right.
It's not even people like in the middle who care. Like if I'm Republican running for Congress, he's trotting these folks out. I'm like, these stories out. It's not helping.
These are also stories that they milked for everything they were worth when they were happening.
Right.
Yeah.
We heard about this endlessly.
We already know the story.
Yeah, the bus slashing incident.
Every angel mom story has been told on right-wing media 100 times that we've never seen, but it's out there
Where's this
as a
woman come from?
repetitive.
She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much.
Not him.
Yeah, definitely not him.
So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
He's going to award himself
He
one
wanted
for
a Purple Heart.
Oh.
It's
Well, maybe he'll take this guy's.
Right.
Joint Chiefs looking a little confused.
Well, Trump's not drunk. They're used to dealing with Hegseth, so.
This is fair. This is fair.
True.
It is confusing. And he's not even really slurring that badly tonight.
Yet.
Yeah. Good point, Andrew.
Yes.
Nice caveat.
And neither are any of us because he hasn't said corrupt nearly.
I know, right?
Right.
I mean,
We
like,
love you all. Love you.
Here.
We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger.
I'm starting to hear the
My
slur.
First 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand. Pakistan
Look how
and
miserable
India
Marco
would
and
have
she's
been a
like,
nuclear
I
war.
really just
35
wanted to be
million
president,
people
Marco
y'all.
just wants to
The
die.
Prime
Just
Minister
wanted
of
to be
Pakistan
president.
He just
decided
wants
if it were
to
not for my
die.
involvement.
And now I don't.
Kosovo and
I don't have a
Serbia,
spine. I don't have dignity,
Israel
and I don't have a
Iran,
chance in
Egypt
hell
and
of being
Ethiopia,
president. Trump ruined
Armenia
everything.
and Azerbaijan,
Very little Marco.
the Congo
Mhm.
and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
Please don't
for
thank
your
them.
help. Thank you, Steve.
They're
Thank you,
corrupt
Jared.
terrorists.
Yes.
I like the fact that he solved the war between Albania and Azerbaijan, Andrew.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Andrew being the resident expert on Albania.
His comment about Serbia and Kosovo. I can tell you, as a matter of fact, that conflict is not over.
Yeah,
that is not over.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
Little Marco. I call him Little Marco.
He looks so miserable. Like it gives me life.
Marco's going to get the ETTD lesson that like few others ever have.
Oh! It's going to be ugly.
100% of the votes. When
He's a living
he was in
Pepto-Bismol
Congress. I think
ad.
our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job.
I don't feel
Great
like
Secretary of
Marco
State. I
feels
think he'll go
that's
down
an
as the best
honor.
ever.
Marco looks like a guy who is deeply miserable.
Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that?
Here comes the Iran bloc.
They're the actual only serious people in the whole room.
Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead. And those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. That was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back."
Sure.
What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job. And we're working very hard to end the 9th war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25.
It'd be great if he wouldn't continue to try to promote it and try to help Putin. I mean,
a month.
Who is he fooling
A
here?
war which would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened.
Bullshit.
As president, I will make peace.
You would have just
wherever I
given
can,
Ukraine
but I
to
will never
Russia.
hesitate to
That would have.
confront
You're
threats to
probably right. It
America
probably never would have happened.
Wherever we must.
No war.
That's why in a
Yeah, no war.
breakthrough operation last June,
Just give it away.
the United
Yeah,
States
here you
military
go.
obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on
Here we
Iranian
go on
soil
Iran.
known as Operation Midnight.
Obliterated the program, but we're going to have to go back for a second pass.
Absolutely. You got to obliterate at least twice, Andrew. You know those.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. You can't obliterate once and be done.
Pete Hicks is itching for a drink.
Policy of the United States.
Me too,
never to
dude. Me
allow
too,
Iran
brother.
to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades.
He's about
Since they
he's
seized
about
control
another
of that proud nation
quarter of
47
Trump's
years
speech away
ago,
from
the regime and
chase.
its
Iran is 1
murderous
week from a
proxies
nuclear
have
weapon.
spread
1
nothing
week.
but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term.
I
Had a
cannot
huge
imagine
impact.
sitting on the Joint
He was
Chiefs
the
and having to
father
listen
of
to
the
this guy
roadside
drivel.
bomb.
Like, I cannot,
I can assure you.
cannot imagine. When you do know the real consequence of his words.
Yeah.
Like, they're the only serious people in the room.
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protests, 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them.
Actually,
with
you
the
did,
threat of
because 50,000 have been murdered
serious
by the
violence.
Mukhabarat,
This
or the
is-
Sabak, rather. Whatever
Is
they
he
call it.
criticizing another government for killing
They've already developed
protesters?
Yeah,
missiles
Is that what
apparently
he's doing?
so.
in Europe.
Yeah,
and our
imagine.
bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America.
Soon.
After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program. In
I was told it
particular,
was completely obliterated, and if
nuclear
you said that it
weapons.
wasn't,
Yet they
you hated the
continue.
troops.
Rick, you have to
Starting it all
obliterate things
over.
at least
We
twice,
wiped it out,
sometimes
and they
3
want to
times.
start
You know
all
this.
over again.
Can't do it just
And at
once.
this
It's
moment, again,
half-assed.
pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in
I
negotiations.
just want to remind
with them.
people
They
that
wanna make a
80%
deal,
of
but we haven't
Americans,
heard
more than
those
80%, are against a
secret
war with
words. We will
Iran.
never
Yeah.
Yes.
And including a
a
vast majority
nuclear
of
weapon.
Republicans.
My
Yes.
preference.
I mean, this strikes me as a really risky foreign policy bet beyond even his normal levels of incompetence. And
I mean, think back to the Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan. The approval for those operations was significant. Even the surge had a higher approval than this.
yeah, and consider this.
But one thing is certain. I
As
will
those
never allow the
helicopters were
world's
being
number
flown
one
off the roof of
sponsor
the embassy
terror,
in
which they are
Vietnam,
by far,
it still had a
to have a
38%
nuclear
approval
weapon.
rating with
Can't
the
let that
American
happen.
population. So, you know. All right, we're going to do a little bit of shuffling here, I think, of special guests.
No nation should
and we're
ever
going to
doubt
bring
America's
in.
resolve.
Let's
We have the
see.
most
I'm trying to
powerful
find out what chat I'm supposed to
military
be
on earth. I
in here.
rebuilt the military in my first term.
There are only 50 of them, Rick.
gonna
Surely
I know,
you
I
can deal
know, I
with it.
know.
Also, just
All right,
the $1 trillion
let's
budget.
roll
We have no
Maya
choice. We have
and
to
Ryan.
be
You take a
strong.
break. Go get a
I
cocktail.
will. Thank
and,
you. I will
we'll-
go get a
we'll bring you
cocktail.
back.
Tell them have to use this.
Oh,
I'll
you'll,
be-
you
I
can
will
come back.
promise.
She'll come back.
Together.
I'll come right back. I'm going to get a bourbon. I'll be right back.
Through
I got my wine.
strength, and it's been very, very effective.
Good to see you too, Maya.
Right,
Yeah.
Maya.
Maya.
Hello to everyone else as well.
Man,
What I miss?
lies,
Nothing
lies,
much.
out on top of lies.
The first 20% of his
that
speech.
record number of dollars have no choice.
Yeah, this is
In
going to
the
be a
United
long
States
night. I
Armed
don't think he's going to
Forces.
clock this.
Listen, I don't know where
Yeah.
everybody else is in the
Doing it
betting
for that
pool at
reason.
LP, but I was at 2 hours
Because
and
as I
58
said, we
minutes.
have more jobs, more people
What are we
working
at now?
today than ever before in the history of our country.
Hour and
And
22.
NATO countries are friends and allies. They
Oh,
are.
look,
They're our
Lindsay's
friends and
smiling.
they're our allies have just agreed.
He's
I don't want to see
licking
your
that
tongue,
shit.
Lindsey
Strong
Graham. Put your
request.
tongue away.
I was going to say, he's looking the back
5%
of his
of
teeth. It's a little creepy.
GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't
For
paying.
the,
They were paying for almost all
For
of
the
it.
audience, you should know that
Now
zero
they're paying
people at the
5
Lincoln
as opposed to
Project
not
chose
paying.
anything below 2 hours.
Right. Castro, baby.
I
Orange
do
Castro.
know
5% was something which
that
everyone
they're
said would
like
never be
the amount
done,
of
could not
squats that
happen.
have
They gotta go
happened, like
easily.
the
One
leg
meeting.
strength that it's taken for them
And,
to go up and down.
Oh,
like
yeah.
difference
we talked
between
about
2%
their
that's
squat
not
record.
paid. We were
Oh
paying,
yeah, and some of these guys like Randy
afraid of many
Fine,
of them.
he's not
Very
good
few
for
were
that
paid
stuff.
up.
Yeah.
5%
Nancy looks
With any-
exquisitely
everything
bored.
we send over to Ukraine is
With
sent
any
through
luck,
NATO, and
someone
they
like
pay us
Randy will
in full.
stand up and
They
a
pay us
cholesterol
totally
clot will
in
break
full.
loose.
Every
You
branch of our
you
armed
never know.
forces
Andy,
is
every time I
setting
see him, I want to yell,
records
"Man the
for
harpoons!"
recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently.
Do they have like one of those applause flashing signs like at late night shows?
You know,
Is
they
that
actually
what's happening?
don't. They actually don't.
It's more like a trained
And every
SEAL
service
situation.
member
Yeah,
recently
exactly.
received a warrior dividend of 1,700.
What does he throw out at them, though? He doesn't throw like little fish at them. Like, what would he throw out?
Trump watches. Bitcoin.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs.
No, the Trump coin.
Trump coin. Trump coin.
Trump trading cards.
Have to rebuild that program a little bit,
NFTs.
but it won't take long.
Oh, I forgot about
We
the
got the money, and it
NFTs.
was $1,775, and I
Mike
they wanted
Johnson
my
has this
approval.
expression
Gold
that I
watches.
cannot get
And I said,
over.
"What's the number? 1,700."
I'm glad he's always amused at the
I said,
destruction.
He's like a
of
man. He's like a
democracy.
man waiting for
we can have
his porn app to
1776.
trigger.
Let's go to it. I said, we're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said 1776. And I said, that's good. And I'll
He's
tell you
sitting
what,
on a
our military,
vibrator.
That was 4 months ago. Our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it. So we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great.
Right. It was a program
We
that
love our
already
military. We love
existed,
our
by the
law
way,
enforcement.
in the military.
We love our
They
firemen.
just
The
rebranded it.
firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also
Oh my God, he's expecting an anti-fireman.
So I think they actually watch for JD Vance to stand up. I think that's what I've noticed so far.
Yeah, I think that is
That's their signal.
We're also restoring American security.
Well, I hope they have
and dominance of
comfortable
the Western Hemisphere,
shoes on,
acting
the
to
ladies,
secure our
'cause
national interests
that
and
can do a
defend our
number on the
country
feet to have to
from
stand up
violence,
and down
drugs,
in
terrorism, and
heels.
foreign
She looks guilty.
interference for years. Large swaths of territory,
She's mad
in our
'cause
she didn't
region,
wear a
including
costume.
large parts of
There were at least 2 war
really
criminals
large
in that
parts
last
of
shot
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
have been controlled by
One guy who
murderous
leaks classified
drug
information.
cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, is this the part where he talks about how he's proud that we've
And yet,
extrajudicially killed
assuming
sailors?
he's not concerned about the people who
And
sell
with our new
legitimate
military
fentanyl.
campaign, we have
and
stopped
opioids,
record amounts of
like
drugs
the
coming
Sacklers.
into our country and virtually stopped it
Well,
completely
yeah.
coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that.
The Sacklers didn't want competition.
Very
That's what they
seriously
Right.
damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore.
Ha ha ha! It's so funny. We've
also
killed 40
taken down one of the
fishermen.
most
It's
sinister cartel
hilarious.
kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January,
Is he taking credit for El Mencho? Is that what he just
He's
said?
taking credit for El Mencho. I don't know what cartel is that
in
area. What
January,
cartel
elite
is El
American
Mencho? Was El
warriors
Mencho?
carried out
CJ&J.
one of the most complex,
CJ&J, right.
spectacular
Okay.
feats of military competence
CJ&J.
and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very
Sir?
impressive. very
Sir?
They couldn't believe. They all watched. They saw what happened.
I'm gonna come.
This is a different fighting force that we had years ago when we fought the tie. No, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look
Oh, the
at
tie.
Space Force. Space Force is my baby.
Space Force!
My baby.
Here we go. We're on the weave now, folks.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather
We're on the
this
weave.
wall.
We're on the weave. He's weaving. He's weaving.
Oh,
Oh,
Man.
Junior's running out of supply.
Coakley needs a bump.
Where's his ring? Did he just pop open?
And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face
and
some
replace him with Maduro's.
Do not end the reign of Maduro's people.
And this
still
was
in charge.
Absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela,
Marco Rubio,
Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so
the
terribly.
Viceroy.
They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already. With more
Do you know how many Venezuelans are in
Alejandro,
detention centers in this country right now?
Yeah,
not only has your uncle been released,
and fascinatingly,
he is here
they've got
tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person.
They're going
Enrique,
home.
please come down.
People are leaving. Is that Machado that he's hugging? I don't know.
No, I think it's the daughter.
It's the daughter. Yeah. If only I had a Nobel Prize.
Well, I think it's really rich right now for them to
that's his niece.
celebrate
When they've had
the
a puppy, that's his
unification.
niece.
I think it's really rich for them to celebrate the unification of a family of one man who was wrongfully detained and
you, Enrique.
the
Have
daughter
a good
when
time.
we're wrongfully detaining
Nice to have you
thousands
back,
and thousands of
Enrique.
people.
Hundreds of thousands. Yeah. That is a
There were
terrific
many
point.
heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one
Yeah,
warrior
except
that
included
night
in the
will live
signal chat.
forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big,
Do you think this is a record number of people to ever be called out?
I think it probably is.
Carrying,
He's
as you
just
can
stealing
imagine,
valor all
many-
over the place. He's like, I
many
can't talk about my
American
accomplishments, but I'll
warfighters.
talk about everyone
Wearing
else's.
the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be.
Oh, he'll claim it as his.
Eric steered the
Just
Chinook
wait.
under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon
He called me and said,
Maduro,
"Sir, you gave me the
Sir,
courage."
I wanted to kiss you, sir. Hard on the mouth.
military installation protected by
I like
thousands of
handsome men.
soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out?
All of which was hot garbage. Listen, taking nothing away from the guys that
Preparing
ran
to
the raid.
land enemy
But
machine guns
if you think we
fired from
couldn't
every
defeat
angle,
fucking
and
Venezuela
Eric was
using
hit very
1980s
badly in the
vintage
leg and
and
hip.
1990s
One
vintage
bullet after
Russian and
another.
Chinese
He absorbed 4
anti-aircraft systems?
agonizing shots, shredding
Wake up.
his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. And even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle.
Don't skip leg day, folks.
The aisle.
Don't skip leg day.
Right in front of me, right in front of him, too.
That's why they're all doing squats.
You know, again, this guy was a hero,
Previous
yes.
flames.
But
Yes.
here's
Eric
Trump
maneuvered
associating
his
himself.
helicopter with
It is
all of those
perfectly,
lives and souls
it's
to
perfect
face the
story.
enemy and let
Like
his
Trump sat
gunners
in a
eliminate the
ready
threat.
room,
Turn the
and watched
helicopter
it
around
play
so
out on
the
TV.
gunners could
and he wants you
take
to think
care
he
of
was there.
business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory.
He wants
And
you
he's
to think
taking an
Only after
inspiring
safely
story
landing
and
the
turning it into
helicopter
a
with all the
bedtime story.
warriors
Like,
aboard
this could be on the Calm
in the
app right
exact
now.
right spot, which was vital to the mission.
What a dreadful, dreadful
They'd
thought.
cancel the mission if that didn't happen.
Right-wing
on
calm
Calm.
app? Hey, that's
Donald
that's
Trump,
a corner
AMSR.
market.
I was like,
wounded,
you know, he's
but
going
not
to
as
try to
bravely
coin
to
like the Trump Calm
take
app
over
and sell
Donald
that.
Trump,
Ready to force
AMSR.
out.
Listen to the
The
track
success
4.
of the entire
Typer
mission
sound.
and the lives of his fellow
Trump white
warriors
noise.
hinge on Eric's ability to take
Trump is white noise.
searing pain. It was
He's the whitest white noise.
unbelievable what's happened to
Mick
his
Johnson's
legs
white noise as well.
of the bullets and keep on flying and landing and people
He's
knew
holding
what
on
was
to that
happening.
lectern for
Everybody
dear
was
life.
back of the
It's like his
helicopter
life
knew as they
depends
saw
on
the
it.
blood pouring
He's
down the aisle.
describing gravity.
We're back to blood in
Chief
the aisle
Warrant
again.
Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy.
What
Come
an
on
intro.
Wait, are they holding him outside? And then saying
Yeah,
something in?
this is an unusual thing. Normally they seat people in the
Right.
chamber.
So you made a wounded warrior stand outside, is what you're telling me. Great job, Trump.
Looks like he's about to get the Medal of Honor,
Yeah.
which is normally placed around the neck of the recipient by the president himself. Yeah, again, folks, to take nothing away from that guy, but he was sent into harm's way by Donald Trump for
So we have a surprise.
80 million barrels of
political-
oil.
Right.
In recognition
Not
of
worth it to
Eric's
me.
actions above and beyond the call of duty,
Of oil we can't refine here.
I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
It's really strange how Renee pointed out in the chat how none of these special people actually had the honor of being seated in the gallery tonight.
Too many of them.
Yeah. Well, that is it, Andrew. You know what? You just hit it. You just hit it on the head. It's too many of them.
Well, they could probably sit in some of the empty seats down below on the floor.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out that Trump doesn't want to be near wounded people, and that is a true fact about Trump.
Yeah, remember what he said about John McCain.
Yep.
And
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in the 2020.
Now it's going to be like,
campaign.
thanks, get the fuck out. They couldn't seat this guy, this wounded warrior. They couldn't seat him in the gallery. Fuck out of here.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
Eric.
somebody just said reality show tactics. That's a really good
Great
point.
to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated
I'm sorry,
many
did he just
truly
say that's a
extraordinary American
big one?
Just
patriots,
said that's
but
a big one.
there is
Yeah.
one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator. Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew.
This guy's going to die
Tonight,
listening to
at
Trump talk.
100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves.
I always believed I should be in Top Gun,
this evening.
even though the bone spurs would not allow me to use my legs properly for
First
flight.
Lady of the United States. to
Far more
present
handsome than
Royce
Tom
Williams
Cruise.
with his
Yes.
Congressional Medal of Honor.
Good God.
Someone just said, imagine Trump hosting the Oscars. I would like somebody with music to play him off now.
Right?
That would have been great.
I mean, again, this is just. I mean, what does he? What will he do next time? You know, try to find 5 different people. I know. That's a good shot with Mark Kelly right there. An actual war hero too. A real naval, an actual real naval aviator.
Yeah. Well, this guy's the real deal too. I mean,
this
I'm
guy
not
is
I'm taking
too.
anything away from
No,
Royce
no.
Williams, but
Absolutely not. It's just.
It's just a shame that they're being paraded like
right.
this.
Tonight was I think tonight was a great sign of weakness in Trump. I think he showed a great deal of weakness tonight because his use of all these stand-ins and trying to associatively tie himself to courage and bravery and dignity and honor and military prowess at a level that I've rarely seen in these events. I don't think I've ever seen a State of the Union like this. He's trying. I mean, he was desperately trying not to get into the weeds to harm not only his own political standing, but the standing of all these Republicans running for Congress. Because if he had done what he wanted, he would have sat there all night and talked about me. But instead, it was like bullshit around affordability in the beginning, scare people about immigrants and trans in the middle, war leader in the end. I just don't buy it. I think this was a really weak performance.
I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it. But if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor. Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a
Fuck
big
you.
thing, and
Fuck you. Fuck
it's
you.
an honor
Fuck
to
you.
be in the same
Eat
room
a
with you.
giant
Thank you
bag
both
of
very
imported
much, Eric. Thank
care-free
you.
dicks. Disgusting. Disgusting. It is a repulsive, unbelievably vile man.
The fact that anybody would stand for Trump and applaud for Trump at all after him saying something like that, like imagine being able to denigrate
250 years
an
is a
award
long
because that's
time
what he
ago.
All right, we're
basically
getting rid of the
nation.
troll
But in
America
another sense,
POV.
it's really a mere moment in the eye
go
of
suck
history.
Russian cock somewhere else,
Two of the
pal.
gentlemen
We're
we
done
met in
here. We're
the
full
gallery
up.
this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago.
You're
100
fired.
years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history.
Where people can't
Americans
get health
ventured
care.
out across
Got it.
the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West.
This sounds like a junior
From
high
empty
book report.
marshes and
Right.
wide open plains,
Webster's
we raised up
defines
the
exploration
world's
as
greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries, and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies, and we liberated millions from the chains
And
of
now you're in bed with a
fascism,
monstrous
communism,
tyranny in
oppression,
Russia,
and terror.
and you're
Americans lifted
making China
humanity
a
into the
monstrous tyranny,
skies
the
on the
most
wings
economic
of aluminum and
successful
steel.
superpower in the
And then we
world.
launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American
And
pride.
perhaps a bit of
We
German
wired the
engineering.
globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And
Son of a
now
bitch,
we
we're all
are
gonna lose
pioneering the next great
pool.
American breakthroughs that will change the entire world.
I was too long on the pool, man.
All of this
I was an
and
hour
so
over.
much more is the
Every
enduring
single one of us
legacy
Because he
were.
got
of
tired.
unmatched glory.
If
He is
The
tired.
hard
He was
work
tired
of
the
the
whole night.
folks who built and
I
defended
think the
this
lowest
country,
anyone's got is
and who still
205.
carry the hopes and freedoms
We're still
of
like
Is
all
Aaron
of
Rupar going to win our
humanity's
pool?
backs. For years they were forgotten,
Yes, he
betrayed,
is.
and cast aside. But that
Smart
great
guy.
betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer,
We're going to get rid
no
of your ass.
dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim.
Oh my
For our
God! Now the
destiny is
speechwriters are
written by
working.
the
See, they should
hand
never
of
let the speechwriters
providence.
do rhetoric.
And these first
Nobody
250
buys it.
years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas
We've
to
gone
the
from
heartland
State of
villages
the
of
Union
Michigan,
Motown.
from the
Right.
sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless
Sun-kissed
fields
shores
of
of
the
Florida.
Dakotas,
First Chat
and from the
GPT State of
historic
the Union.
streets of
Yeah.
Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital,
Write some really
Washington,
inspirational
D.C.
shit that Trump could
The
say, even
golden
if it doesn't
age of
sound like it's
America
coming out of
is
his
upon
mouth.
us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot.
Mike Johnson's thinking
And
about
our
his grinder
future
matches in the
will be
comments.
bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, folks, what do we see? One. I want to go through. Oh, all right. Let me go through everybody on the panel here. Let's bring. Let's Hollywood Squares this motherfucker and get Ryan and Renee back in, if we can. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm going to go from the top. Mario, what did you take away from this State of the Union tonight?
I take away from it that he was scared. He was scared to talk about any of his policies because they're so wildly unpopular, and that he just, it's not his usual speech, and it's not his usual tempo, and it's not the usual thing that we're used to. And that to me says that he's actually terrified of his own policies and his own administration and the own atrocities that he's committed.
Andrew?
Yeah, I agree with that, Mario. I said during the middle of the speech, he hasn't thrown out as much red meat for MAGA as you might expect for a Trump speech. I've watched hundreds of these things now, and I've seen it all. And that was not his normal speech, right? Like normally we get this tempo of just like grievance, hatred. I'm the best. And we got a little bit of that, but he just didn't have the same fire that he has had in the past. And I think to Mario's point, like he's terrified. It's unusual that he's internalized what Susie Wiles is saying to him, which must be you have to keep it this, under 50 miles an hour. It's so strange because that's not Trump. That's not normally Trump.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Okay, Ryan, what about you? What's your big takeaway from tonight's Liapalooza?
He is so scared. He is so scared. His administration is scared. I mean, I was watching the facial expressions of the solid Republicans, watching the ones in his cabinet, and everyone except for Pam Bondi just looked like they were on the horror ride of their lives.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably, I mean, poor Marco. For us Florida people.
I would say there are 4 of us on this chat who know Marco Rubio.
Yes.
Or have worked for Marco Rubio.
Actually, raise your hand if you know Marco Rubio, have met Marco Rubio.
Yeah. And the misery level of that guy, if every other Republican candidate dropped dead tomorrow, people still don't elect sad sacks. They elect happy warriors.
Well, it's so funny because he's become a meme, right? I mean, they just have him constantly. They're looking scared.
Somebody posted in the chat, free Marco Rubio.
I mean, it really is like blink twice, bro. Like, what is happening? But no, I think that's it. I think that what you saw here is them trying to say the right things so they can cut ads for the midterms. I think you saw Trump be very, very cautious because I think there are a lot of people who threatened him within an inch of his life if he got too far off script tonight. I think that it shows exactly how fragile they are right now. And I mean, like I said, and how scared. I mean, I personally I loved it. The speech was boring, but watching them all, just terrified. And honestly, Rick, I looked at it from a Lincoln standpoint of we have so much to work from. After tonight. I mean, he outlined for us tonight what the messaging was going to be out of the party for the midterms. A lot of what he was doing was very, very, very clearly poll tested. And that gives us an entirely different insight into what he is going to be saying, where they're going to be leaning, what they're going to be avoiding. So that helps us know how to track them. Yeah. It helps us with our 26 and 26 that we're going to be hitting at Lincoln. So, I mean, it was a really good night for the resistance for those of you who could get through it. But, whoa.
Heavy lift. All right, Renee, what was your takeaway?
I was shocked that the things that he's funding and putting his energy into, which is science, the only budgets that were either flat or actually went up, he didn't talk about.
Right.
He didn't talk about any specifics from anything he's funding in science and technology, which I thought he would at least...
I thought he was going to talk about nuclear weapons.
I thought he was going to talk about nuclear weapons too, because he's funding that. There is a huge infrastructure push and nuclear technology for electricity.
For data centers,
For not just for data centers, but they're putting up the small nuke plants. I mean, even North Carolina just funded one. For energy, for cheaper, cleaner energy. And I was shocked that he didn't talk about that.
Kind of could have been a winner, but he just wouldn't touch it.
It could have been a winner. He didn't talk about any minerals, any rare earths, anything that we're doing in this country to shore up our natural resources against what we import from China. He didn't talk about any of that. And that would have been a winner. He didn't talk about anything for AI. Like, I thought he would at least touch that in the speech somewhere. He never mentioned it.
It's
one place.
It is surprising. And AI is just a little too young even for him right now. Maya, what was your takeaway from tonight?
It was supposed to be the State of the Union, but it was more the state of Trump. He had to go into it knowing that the country hates him, that a vast majority of people, his polling numbers are so low and independents hate him. And so I think we saw a man who wanted to avoid any landmines, which is probably why he tried to stay away from topics that he knows he's polling very poorly on. I am actually feeling pretty good about the State of the Union, despite this man, because I know that anybody who watch this, and I think anybody who watches any clips of it tomorrow is going to see him for who he is, and it's a man who had to spend half of his speech celebrating the wins of the hockey team, of people who he has absolutely nothing to do with their victories. And so I think it's pretty obvious. And I'm actually feeling good. I was expecting to come away feeling angry, but I've come away feeling like, oh yeah, we've got this.
You don't want to see my.
It was, you know what? It was almost Biden debate-esque, that it was so boring.
It was very low energy.
This is very low energy, and I would love to see if they actually have a tracking number about total amount of time spent talking about guests and things like that versus policy.
He didn't talk about policy.
I would say that he spent at least half his time. What was an hour 50 run? I would say he spent at least an hour talking about trying to take the exploits and the stolen valor of other people, rather than talking about any policy or any movement forward. And you know what? There are a lot of Americans, no matter what he says, there are a lot of Americans who are hurting, who needed answers tonight, and they didn't get it.
They didn't get a single one.
You know what? I also think it's really important to think about this. Nothing he did tonight, even these things that, as Andrew was mentioned, that were poll tested, that are popular, we all could sense that they are one and done. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to fight to stop stock trading in Congress. He's not going to fight to balance the budget. I mean, and the audacity of this absolute roaring freaking criminal to say, I'm putting JD Vance in charge of detecting fraud.
It was like watching a dude run for fraternity president. It really was. I'm going to promise you all the cool stuff.
We're going to have
not going to talk about the bad stuff. USA. It's like, whoa, where's the keg stand? Oh, Hegseth didn't bring it this time. All right.
Yeah. Well,
I
want to
Kavanaugh's on it.
Kavanaugh's on it.
The discomfort of the entire cabinet, except for Pam Bondi, as somebody pointed out, the discomfort and Kristi Noem was there, like trying to make eye contact with Trump, like, I'm still pretty. Look at me, Donald. I'm still pretty. Don't you love me? I mean, all of it, except for, like I said, for Bondi, who I've determined now, and Ryan and I have known Pam for
long time.
5 years.
Long time. She was always a soulless weirdo. Yes.
But now that woman is, I expect someone to like jump out a window and yell, "It's all for you, Damien." She has got like an evil vibe about her now. And I don't like
she always did
lightly, but she's evil.
She always did, Rick. I mean, you have to remember he gave her $25,000 for her campaign as Attorney General, and she just forgot about the investigation into Trump University.
Yeah, amazing.
She's been doing this before he was ever running for president.
And as I've always advised clients, if you're going to take a bribe, it better have a B in front of the illions and an M in front of the illions. And it better fucking not have a thousands anywhere near it if you're going to take a bribe. But she was the one they were like grinning tonight when he was talking about the stock market. She thought that was
golden
because she thought that was funny. Because she was looking back in her little memory and saying, "Ha, look what I did when I wouldn't look at the Epstein victims and yelled about the stock market to Jamie Raskin and Dan Goldman." I mean, it was just a repulsive performance. So, listen, go ahead.
I mean, he gave people no reason to hate him anymore tonight. We'll just say that. Like,
so that was a win for him, I guess.
It was a win for him. Like, hate him and you hate him, but
I don't know.
there's
I
no
don't think the
reason to
floor
hate
exists.
him more.
Right. The floor. Every time on Friday, Andrew and I do our show, it's like
Floors.
every time we're like, he's hit the bottom. Nope, he hasn't hit the bottom.
I mean,
No bottom.
You
No
gotta
bottom.
congratulate like all the war heroes. Like that. Okay, that's
He turned
what
it into an award
tonight.
ceremony. He literally
had
turned
an award ceremony.
It's
No,
the award ceremony.
I think in some ways we all missed something about this. And folks, I know we're going to let you go in a minute here. You've been stuck with us. By the way, first off, let me say this. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. We had 60,000 people watching various streams of this tonight.
Yeah.
60,000. That's like a fucking CNN show ratings, guys.
Yeah, that's
Thank
pretty
you.
good, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you know what? This is the kind of thing at the Lincoln Project, we bust our ass to beat this guy all the time and to set back his plans and his ability to do the horrible shit he wants to do to this country. And you guys make it possible. We really appreciate you tuning in. Your attention, your engagement means so much to us. And listen, I will say the magic words you've heard a million times. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. It helps us push the algorithm to get our message out to more and more people. We're about to go and kick the living shit out of 26 Republicans this fall. We're going to go out into the states. We're going to beat these guys in a bunch of these House races, a bunch of these Senate races, because I want Donald Trump's last 2 years as president to be an endless string of investigations and indictments and impeachments and pure hot liquid misery every damn day.
Yep.
I want him to wake up in the morning and think, God, take me now. I can't stand what these fuckers are doing to me. And if we don't do that, we're in big trouble as a country. But I think we can do it. You guys, again, I want to thank you all so much. I know I represent what the whole team believes. And I want to thank in the back room tonight, the folks who really put this together, Whitney Hayes, Joey Wartner Cheney, Riley Main, you guys, Ben Howe, you guys kicked ass. And this thing came together, guys, in 24 hours, less. And it's one of the biggest live streams out there tonight. And there are a lot of places you could tune in tonight for information and for commentary on this. And it just means the world to us. We've also had the first and rare 3 Wilsons appearance ever on a live stream. So there's that. But folks, and someone said BTW, Maya is single.
Oh. Well, Maya. Dang, girl. Getting hit on at the State of the Union.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again. This was a weird, weak speech, and he was clinging to that podium like his life depended on it. I kind of think it did. Folks, we appreciate you all. We will talk to you again next time.